Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and today I'm really excited to be playing with some new cards from Phantasmal Flames, and if you're wondering where these cards are from and like why they're out, you can check here in the shop, and we can now see that the Mega Battle Deck, Mega Gengar EX, and Mega Battle Deck, Mega Diancie EX are now out in Pokemon DG Live. This is really cool. These cards, well, there's a bunch of cards, like Arven, which, presumably you have. I think everyone has 4 copies. And anyways, these cards here or these decks are potentially, some of the cards in these decks are new, so you can now play with them. Notably, obviously, the Mega Diancie EX. Also, there is Wondrous Patch. This is like an interesting card. If anyone has any ideas for them, specifically Wondrous Patch, Mega Diancie is like good in Gardevoir. Not like amazing, but it's fine there. And then the Mega Gengar EX deck does have Mega Gengar EX, which is cool here. I will probably be playing with that in the upcoming days. Oh, Dawn's out. I didn't realize that was in this deck. That's a really nice supporter here. Punk Helmet is like mediocre. Seviper's out. Oh, okay. I'm very silly. Okay, I'm gonna toss one of those in my deck real quick. I thought it wasn't out for some reason. As well as the new Toxtricity, which we're gonna be playing with today here, and also there's some other things. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing, but there are some new cards which are pretty cool. Oh, Grimsly's Move, a really fun supporter. If anyone has cool ideas for Grimsly's Move or any of the new cards, comment them down below. And also while you're down there, make sure you subscribe and like. But ultimately, there's some really cool cards here that I'm really excited to mess around with and really excited to showcase for everyone today as well. I didn't realize the Viper was out, so I'm gonna chuck that into the list. That's not the right deck here. I'll get rid of a. I tossed in the Pokegear. I don't really like Pokegear. I'm not gonna lie. I found a list online. I thought it didn't have all the cards. I thought Seviper wasn't out yet, but it is. So generally, the idea of this deck though is a Mega Absol EX deck here. Mega Absol EX has its ability, or 2 attacks actually, Terminal Period, which doesn't do damage, but instantly knocks your opponent's active out, which again is an effect of an attack, not damage. So if they have Mist Energy, that will stop it. Mist Energy is being played in a few different decks. Well, I don't know. I know it's being played in the Mega Absol deck. I'm not sure if it's being played in other things, but there were some variations. The Mega Absol, Mega Kangaskhan, Ogerpon, etc. deck. Then Claw of Darkness for 2 Darkness and a colorless does 200, and then your opponent reveals their hand. You discard a card you find there, which is pretty useful. This card is currently seeing some play within the Kangaskhan, Absol, etc. toolbox deck there, and it's like all right. It's certainly not terrible, but it's certainly not amazing either, specifically because it's a little awkward to get the attacks powered up, but now we have a way to do that really well with the new Toxtricity from Phantasmal Flames. This card, oh, also, the rest of Phantasmal Flames is not out. In case you're wondering, unfortunately, it's not out yet. It'll be coming out soon, though. But regardless, this card lets you search your deck once each turn for basic Darkness Energy and attach it to one of your bench Darkness Pokemon. Then you shuffle your deck and you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. That could be good, it could be bad. It allows you to move the damage off with Munkidori, which could be useful theoretically there. Then we also have this new Seviper, which, as I said, I didn't realize was out yet. But if you have a Mega Darkness EX in play, which would be the Absol, then this Pokemon does 120 more. So it's going to be doing 240 for 3 Darkness, which is certainly very efficient there. Outside of that, we don't have anything else new, I don't believe, but the deck is pretty cool here, in my opinion. I've not played with it at all. It just came out, I believe, earlier today. One of my friends told me about it, but let's just hop right in. Also, like, stuff reset. Yeah, let's just kind of see how this is going to go. I hope not everyone's playing with these new decks. That's what happened with Martin's Grimmsnarl EX. Then it became like the most played deck in the game when it was like okay, but it was just like so played and so annoying. So luckily there's not, I don't think, one super dominant new deck here, and I think it's more interesting. Not that Martin's isn't fun. I mean, there's some similar ideas with Munkidori being core to both decks, being Darkness, Energy, and Pokemon focused decks with putting damage counters on your own Pokemon, accelerating Darkness Energies. There's a lot of similarities, I'm not gonna lie, but they, the new deck here is pretty cool. I guess I'll go second. We do have Budew. Budew's very good. I didn't mention it because, it's Budew. I honestly don't really play with Budew very much, so I always, like, kind of forget about it until my opponent hits with it, and then I don't forget it anymore. But we got the Budew here. We got, like, an okay hand. Certainly not bad by any means. We have Ultra Ball. We have Toxel. We have some Darkness Energies, so this is pretty decent here. We have Super Rod as well. We could Ultra Ball away the 2 Darkness, Super Rod them back. Then we could, like, Toxel, get down Absol. I don't know. Okay, we see a Dwebble. I believe that the Crustle hits weakness. I think, how much does it do? I should know this. I don't remember off the top of my head. This is kind of awkward. I guess I could look it up. Sure, I'll look it up, I guess. Hopefully this is not covering the screen. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so this is like the quote Absol box deck. I don't even know. I guess it plays like one or two Absols. But anyways, Crustal, let me see here. Crustal does 120, does hit weakness there. We got Arven. Arven's going to be decent here to grab us. Not exactly sure what I'm going to go for, I'm not going to lie, but I do feel like I should Arven. I'll grab... We do have Buddy-Buddy Poffin, or A-Spec's Prize, which is fine. Our A-Spec is Unfair Stamp here. I could grab, I don't even know what tool to grab here either. Maybe Bravery Charm. I'm kind of scared of my, because I need Mega Absol in play. I'm scared of that just getting, like, kind of obliterated, but hopefully it's fine. But it's probably not, I'm not going to lie. But anyways, we need that to attack with Seviper, because we need to do as much damage as we can with Seviper. Air Balloon seems kind of meh, but not terrible, I'm not going to lie. Toxtricity does have 2 retreat, but I'll grab Air Balloon, Nest Ball, gonna grab Mega Absol, I think. It doesn't feel great. Theoretically, we could knock out the Crustal with Mega Absol using its first attack. That seems kind of impossible. I'm not going to lie. Or no, I should just go for Seviper. What am I saying? I go for Seviper here. I attach the Seviper next turn, Toxtricity to it, and I also and I think I'll Air Balloon onto the Toxel as well. I kind of like that. And then I'll also go, okay, and this, well, I was going to say it's not weak to Grass, which is true, but it does get one shot unless I get the tool on there. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to Itchy Pollen. That seems pretty decent. We do have not... Oh, no. We likely... we have a route to get the knockout next turn pretty decently. We currently don't... Actually, no. I guess currently we do have a knockout because they're not evolved, but they're going to be evolved. You know what I'm saying. I can hopefully get there. They're going to Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. Oh, are they going to retreat here? Okay, this is not something I really mind at all. I mean, it's a little awkward, specifically regarding the fact that, like, swinging in with Seviper into the Mega Kangaskhan isn't super good. If they Ascension, that's fine. That's good, because then they'd shuffle, and then they don't get those 2 cards on top, which, yeah, is obviously something they want to do, but they do draw them, they do retreat. We see an Absol hit their bench. We don't see... I mean, they're looking for the... Ooh... Okay, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not going to lie. We got Lillies. That's really good. I'll get rid of... Do I swing with Seviper? Swinging with Seviper seems pretty good. So I'll get rid of the Super Rod and the Iono. I think that's fine. I'll get the Toxtricity here. I don't know what they did there. I mean, I don't know. Their hand must be really horrendously terrible, or something like that. Not exactly sure there. Anyways, I'll attach to the Seviper. I'll Lillies. And, okay, we see a pretty good hand here, I think. I'm going to double Nest Ball for... Or do I double? Yeah, I have an Ultra Ball. So I'll double Nest Ball. I'll grab... Munkidori is useful, but it's not time for it just yet. I'll grab an Absol, right? We need the Absol. And then I'll also Toxtricity now. I think that's fine. I could just not grab something else. I'm kind of thinking, I could grab a Toxel. That could be cool for attacking with the Absol, which could be... Or, yeah, Toxel to attack with the Absol could be cool. I don't know how I feel about that one, though. So Viper going to be swinging in for 240, which is pretty good. And then... Yeah, my hand's decent. I have access to what I'm looking for, most likely, which could be like a Munkidori or whatever. I could go Arven for it. So I'll grab a Toxel here. It feels decent. We are like kind of clogging our bench. It's not terrible by any means, but it's not ideal. Also, Budew, they do run Munkidori. I mean, right now their energy situation is pretty bad. But Budew is a relatively easy knockout with the Munkidori. We do a Bravery Charm as well, so we could put it there. Not sure where exactly we're looking to put it. We also are going to see them draw some more cards. But again, I don't really know what's going on with their side of the board. I assume they got the Mega Absol off of the sorry that I'm forgetting the name of the Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking there, and also it is like pretty late at the time of recording, so sorry if I am a little rambly there. They do play Town Store, which is fine by me. They got stuff through Mega Absol, also fine by me. I do have the Air Balloon in hand. We also do run Pecharunt EX to get to like switch us out every turn, so that's useful there. They accelerate to Mega Absol. We cannot knock it out this turn, which is fine. We can knock out the Mega Kangaskhan though, which should be all right. I'll probably start accelerating to Mega Absol. I really do want to one-shot it if I can. Obviously, that'd be pretty fun. I could actually start getting Munkidori set up as well. I do like that. Ultimately, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. Fezandipiti EX obviously is potentially good to draw some cards as well. So that might be the play there, honestly. I'm going to Air Balloon here. I'm going to... I could even sit in this hand. Sitting in this hand honestly seems pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, but I could do that. We'll get Bravery Charm here, I think. Bravery Charm's not like insanely useful, but it's moderately useful. We obviously want to get the knockout here. That seems really good. I feel like I'm gonna get Iono'd and then I'm gonna get attacked. So I'll probably grab Fezandipiti EX. I don't really hate that by any means. So yeah, that feels relatively safe here. Don't know where Bravery Charm's gonna go, honestly. I might not even play it. I might just like thin it out of the deck. I could Iono. Iono seems horrendously terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably Arven for... Yeah, this should be fine. I think I'll Arven for the... What am I doing? I'm gonna Arven for Nest Ball. There we go, that's fine. Then I'll go and Nest Ball for Fezandipiti EX. Obviously, one-shotting Mega Absol is really cool, but I feel like we're up. I mean, they're going to be one-shotting a 1-prizer with a 3-prizer, while I'm two-shotting their 3-prizer with my Seviper there, so I'll just grab Fez to be, like, safe here. I think, I don't know, we'll kind of see what ends up happening. I could Bravery Charm the Fez. No, that's bad, actually. That's, like, overcommitting. I could Accelerate to the Fez. They could Gust it, knock it out, but that's not terrible for us. I feel like what I'm going to do is retreat to Seviper, obviously. I could Ultra Ball to get another energy on the Absol. I actually don't really like that. I'm going to Toxtricity, though. Accelerate that one there to the Mega Absol. I do like it as an option next turn. And then I'll just go attack. I'm a little nervous what they're going to do to me. Like what exactly their routes are. If they just, like, Iono me, knock out my active, that's fine. I'm not really too worried about that there. But I forgot I get 3 prizes. I mean, I didn't forget. Muscle memory meant that I forgot to click 3, though. Also, we got Xerosic and Machinations. They could also hit me with it, I guess. I don't think they play it, but theoretically they could. But regardless, we do play it to potentially disrupt with Mega Absol EX. I don't know if it's particularly good. I was looking around at some lists online, and I saw it, and I was like, I'll chuck it in. Disrupts, or like shrinks their hand, and then after that I'm able to hit them with Mega Absol EX. Iono is going to be better most of the time. It's not better here, but their situation is really bad. Also, I guess sorry to my opponent that I was so slow there. I hope they didn't like leave. That'd be unfortunate. But I mean, I've obviously spent more time than them, but also I've done a lot more than them. They've done honestly a whole lot of nothing. Unfortunately for them, they just haven't really set up. Yeah, they've gone for that like boss play was a bit of a Hail Mary play, just trying to, fall their way back into this game, knowing that it probably wasn't going to work. Wait a second. Did they play the on the same turn they did play the town store? Maybe they were assuming I didn't have another Air Balloon. Okay, that like definitely seemed like they disconnected there. Also, that definitely is not what I would send up here. And not I don't think what they were going to send up. I think they left. Potentially because I don't think did I actually play that slow? I did a bunch of stuff. I played, I obviously do play a little slower when I am talking to people in the video, but I don't know. I think things are just not going their way. So regardless, let's see if they do have anything else here. Obviously, taking the knockout with Mega Absol EX's first attack still pretty clunky, but Call of Darkness feels a lot more easy to power up. Obviously, TM Turbo Energize is accelerating a similar amount of energy as Toxtricity, but it is a card that is taking up an attack for the turn. So, I'm not going to be able to Budew. Budew's like really nice. And Toxtricity also can be used throughout the course of the game. So as the game like kind of goes on, which the deck's kind of trying to do, it's really nice. And yeah, so we don't have game here. We could Xerosic Machinations. I'm not going to Xerosic Machinations. They're definitely going to time out. Actually, do I? Also, attacking here feels pretty sketchy because they're going to Iono me to even lower, but I mean, I don't think it's too bad. All Xerosic Machinations, it's like definitely the wrong play, but I'll do it anyways. And it's the play here because I want to just end the game. I think this might actually end the game faster than, I don't know. I don't know how the timeout rules work in live, not going to lie. I like kind of know how they work. You need to time out a certain amount of time, but it might be like a certain amount of time. So if they time out 3 times, then it kicks them out or something. I'm pretty sure they timed out. I can't check the battle log here because I've played Xerosic Machinations. Apparently I can't check it, but yeah, let's see if they get back here. Would rather them play the whole game, but let's be honest, we know we are going to win unless something changes drastically. Wait, did I get rid of both super odds? No, I got rid of 1. Okay, if I gotten rid of both super odds, that could have been bad, because if they knock out the Seviper, they could wall me off with Crustal. Toxtricity does do 100, though, which is actually, like, decent. you could also have Munkidori. So we could have like essentially one-shot their Crustle with, yeah, essentially one-shot the Crustle with the Munkidoris plus the Toxtricity, which could have been cool as well. So it was just a very solid situation. This deck's feeling a lot better right now, just in one game, than the I did all my challenges. It feels a lot better in the one game than it did with you know, uh, the Kangaskhan, fighting Ogre Pond stuff. Obviously, that has a lot more versatility within the deck, but this deck just feels like it works pretty well. Obviously we've seen a lot of these stage ones accelerate energy. We see like electric. We have in standard, and electric's like very mediocre. But yeah, Mega Absol is pretty straightforward. I mean, there's obviously some depth there, and within that like Mega Absol box deck, it's not so straightforward. But when you're playing it with Toxtricity, it's a pretty simple, like big basic with some disruption. Theoretically a big one-shotting option, but that one-shotting option is not even that good because, well, I mean, it's decent. It's theoretically like cheaper than the first stack, but you're probably already having that one set up there. Anyways, we are going second here. I'll play Budew, and I'll also play Mega Absol EX. I don't want to get donked, and I feel like if, the reasoning that you don't want to do it, obviously, is, if my opponent plays an iron bundle or something like that, then they're going to send me to the bench and I'm going to get stuck, and that's bad. But the idea here is that they could have donked me through the use of some poison thing. Presumably they're not doing that now. Yeah, we see Lunatone and Sharknet, so we got Jamming Tower as well. But this is going to be an Arm Rouge EX fighting build here, which is pretty common. We see Carmen, okay, pretty explosive turn one here by them. They're looking to get down another Charcadet. If they don't, it's like a little sketchy for them. It's not the end of the world, but it's certainly not ideal. They're gonna get back a fighting there, okay, and then pitch it with Lunacycle. They're just doing their turn one draw stuff, which is really powerful. I do like the turn one draw stuff. I think it's kind of fun. We see a Legacy hitting their active. Okay, the prize situation is pretty sketchy in this matchup. I mean, a three prizer is pretty sketchy. Generally, three prizes aren't super good. So if you're just trying to beat three prizes, that's not a super great strategy. But if you're able to beat three prizers, there are a lot of decks that can, is what I'm saying. Like Ledge is gonna pretty easily be able to do it most of the time. Then you look at like Raging Bull, and you look at like Goldango is like probably the big one there. But ultimately, my opponent's getting a lot of energy in the discard turn one. Actually, how much is it? It's not that much, but they've got a lot of things going on. They got a lot of trainers in the discard turn one. A lot of Night Stretchers. What? How many do they even normally play? I'm not super familiar with Ledge. I did recently make a video on it, so I should be a little bit. But anyways, we see a Toxtricity, which I guess is fine. I might just discard it, honestly, but we do have Seviper. Seviper doesn't get the one shot, but it's pretty close, honestly, so I could start getting that set up. I need Toxel, certainly, as well. I really want two, ideally. If I just get one, it's not the end of the world, but it's not great. So I do like Seviper here. Seviper plus Munkidori will actually get the knockout. And a really cool thing, Legacy Energy, if you don't know what it does, it says if you're knocked out when you give up a prize. Also, I gotta speed this up here. If you're knocked out, you normally just give up one prize. It's only two prizes now, so one prizer. However, if you're knocked out by damage counters, then it'll go through that. So I could do that with the Munkidori there. I'll just go here, grab the Toxel. I think we priced Fez as well. That's not good. I'll attach this to Viper, I'll Iono, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do after that. We got Unfair Stamp. That's pretty good there. We have a Nest Ball. That's also going to be pretty good there. I'll go for a Toxel here. Yeah, overall, this feels decent. I don't have a pivot. That doesn't feel as decent. I don't know what I'm going to send up. Do I send up the Mega Absol as a pivot? I don't know. That seems pretty rough. I'm not going to lie. But anyways, I'm just going to Itchy Pollen. I don't think I want an Ultra Ball for some pivot option. We have Pecharunt. I don't even remember if Pecharunt's in the deck. I didn't really check that hard. I didn't think that far ahead. But anyways, we could go send up the Seviper with Pecharunt, or like send up Absol, then switch in the Seviper later with Pecharunt EX. This is going to allow us to accelerate to the bench with our Toxtricity accelerate to there. We're going to have 40 damage / 4 damage counters on. We can send 2 or whatever onto Ledge. Actually, we want to do that later. We want to send the damage counters later so that we're able to get the extra prize there, which I think is going to be pretty important. I want to go 2/2/2 if I can. That is somewhat risky if they play a card like Turo Scenario. They've already played one, but if they play another, they're going to be able to heal there, and then essentially we've wasted a turn. We could have had another prize. We could have gotten rid of a Pokemon from play. and missing out on that is definitely going to be pretty sketchy. That being said, we might be able to knock out both Ceruledges in the same turn, which is super huge. I think if we get the play and we pull it off, we're going to win. They're going to boss knock out the Seviper. No, they're going to knock out one of the Toxels. It's actually okay. Yeah, this is all right. We can go still attack with Seviper this turn. Get an Unfair Stamp. This is not bad by any means. It's not perfect, but it's all right, I think. Yeah, I mean, them just taking one prize is cool for us as well. So overall, definitely could have been a lot worse. We don't actually need the Munkidori this turn. We do see Counter Catcher. Could knock out Fezandipiti EX this turn. I don't like it, honestly. I don't think that plays super good. It's not like a horrible play, but it's kind of mediocre feeling to me. I'm going to go keep the Lilies, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure, honestly. It feels kind of mediocre, but whatever. I could get rid of the Counter Catcher as well. I mean, keep the Counter Catcher. I think I want a supporter, though, just kind of floating around in deck there. I'll grab the Toxtricity. Obviously, we need that. I'm going to use it now. I assume we have the energy. We don't have Pecharunt. Okay, I didn't, explicitly remember seeing it, but, I mean, it's not there, apparently. So, yeah, good thing actually that they gusted us there. Now we do have the pivot with the Budew in the active. Because Air Balloon also is going to be super sketchy. We play, whatever stadium counts. Do we play any stadiums? Did I cut all the stadiums in this deck? I might have. Anyways, yeah, we got Jamming Tower in place, so that's going to be kind of sketchy there. But luckily, we don't need to worry about it. Then I'll Unfair Stamp. Hopefully, we get like a supporter on the other side of this, because we're getting down to a 5-card hand instead of an 8-card hand, which we would have with Lillie's. Nice, really good hand here. Probably Air Balloon the Toxtricity, I think, is fine. I don't remember, as I said, if I play Stadium Bumps. I hope I do, but anyways, I'll Nest Ball here for Munkidori. Munkidori is going to be really important. I could go for Toxel, Toxtricity, or Toxel to evolve into Toxtricity. Definitely is good here. Wait a second. Am I actually able to do the double knockout thing? I don't know. I don't actually think I can do that, but whatever. I'll figure this one out. Hopefully, maybe, probably not. This is kind of sketchy, but I'll go for, honestly, Toxel's probably going to be the play here. Then I'm going to go and Lillie's. Yeah, and then I can go retreat attack. We got Bravery Charm. I'll put it on the Seviper. Putting in the Absol means that they're going to be more likely to gust it, which we just don't want. That's going to be really bad for us. Yep, I'm going to Seviper, kind of see what happens from there. Yep, not super sure what's going to happen here. This is very sketchy, but it's not the end of the world by any means. I mentioned that we couldn't knock out the Ceruledge, but we could go knock out their Ceruledge EX with the use of Munkidori, and then also knock out the Charcadet if that somehow is floating around on the bench there, not evolved. We'll see if that actually ends up happening. I don't think it's super likely. We need Gust. We need a bunch of resources. It's just, okay, so they didn't evolve there, which is good. They had the knockout, barely, because we actually put the damage counters on us. Not that I feel like they were going to get the knockout anyways, but it's kind of funny how things worked out there. Then, we top deck Nest Ball. Okay, that's going to be pretty good there. Unfortunately, no Fez, so that's bad. I don't know where all our Pokemon have went, but we'll grab a Munkidori. Yeah, this is just not quite what we want, actually. What I said, I think it might have actually been wrong. So, yeah, hate to see it, but I could Munkidori. Oh, we need a 2-energy attacker. We don't have a 2-energy attacker. Oh, no, that's not good. Right? I mean, we have Mega Absol, but that doesn't work, right? So we could go Munkidori. I feel like that's still going to be the route here. We don't have the Gust either. We could theoretically hit it off of Munkidori, but we're just not there. We don't have the damage, unfortunately. I do think we knock out Ceruledge. I think it's going to be the best play here. I think we're going to set up Mega Absol EX as well. I could actually set up Mega Absol EX here, and also, do, what was I going to say? I could knock him out and then, discard stuff from their hand. That seems bad. I'm not going to lie. That seems really bad, so I'm not going to go for that here. I'll probably Budew here, honestly. I don't love it or hate it. It feels pretty mediocre. But let's Munkidori. Let's take the knockout. I think that's fine. We could also heal more off our Mega Absol. Maybe we had done it in a different order, but I don't think that's quite as good. We'll see what they send up here. I don't actually know. We got some okay carries. They send up. All right, they send up Solak. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? This is super sketchy. I might bump the stadium. I mean, we need to bump it at some point. I could Lilies as well. I'll Ultra Ball away probably these two Pokemon here. I theoretically could attack with Budew again, which is actually alright, but how much recovery do we have in the deck? We got all of it. So I could actually just Night Stretcher back though. I don't really hate that. Obviously there's value in Seviper, but it's kind of meh. I'll grab Toxtricity now. See, Munkidori is still good to set up as well, but I think we're just gonna have to roll with one for now. And grab the Budew, and we're gonna attack with two Budews, and then not Munkidori, Mega Absol. That seems all right. We might have a two prize in play at some point. That's not the card I want back. I want this card. Do I have energies in deck? I think I do. I'm really off my game right now. But okay, so we got 5, 6, yes, 7 in play. Should be fine. I'm pretty sure. So I'll just go ahead and accelerate to the Mega Absol there. Obviously not able to get the knockout because we don't do anything with their attack unless they have exactly 6 damage counters on, which is like almost impossible to do, but whatever. Yep, and I'll go ahead and Lillie's, we draw 6 cards. Lillie's still just probably the best draw support in the game. Really good there. Funnily enough, we actually drew into the Budew, but whatever, it's fine. So we'll just go here and Itchy Pollen. Honestly, Energy Switch seems really interesting in this deck. I imagine we're going to see a Cosmic Beam by them as well, which isn't good. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of bad for us. We don't have Gust. I think we played 2 counter catches actually, but yeah, so if they don't play another Charcadet, we could go after it. That would be a pretty good play. I don't think that's going to work, but if we could, it would be really good. We're going to see Carmen by them. They're ditching a bunch of energies. Surprised actually they didn't Lunatone there, but yeah, I mean, they have certainly some fightings left in the deck. It's not like they had to. They're going to flip the script here. Obviously, the reason that you don't want to Lunatone is because you discard in your hand. You could draw into something you want later on and have to lose it, which is bad. So, yeah, they do hit the fighting anyways. I guess, yeah, drawing 8 there with Carmen plus Fez makes a lot of sense to wait on the Lunatone there. Let's see if they actually do, hit the Charcadet, which is probably their main priority here. If we're able to Claw Darkness. Okay, they don't actually. That's really good. I'm pretty sure I have Counter Catcher. Actually, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure we play one more, but I don't know if it's actually in the deck there. They have a really big hand here. I don't think they'll have any like crazy comeback plays though, really at all, honestly. I'll go with Toxtricity live. Why are you like this? I'll Toxtricity first here. Wanted to see how much damage was on my Pokemon, but I couldn't because it was being covered up. Okay, nice. We do have Counter Catcher. Xerosic Machinations would actually be, I mean, it discards a lot, but it's actually probably bad because it literally just gives some more damage. It doesn't do just that. It does more things, but that is one of the things it will be doing. What's the prize situation? Maybe go after Solrock. I don't hate that. Don't love it, but don't hate it. We could go after Fez, but that seems pretty mediocre as well there. In terms of supporters, I guess I have Arven, right? Kind of need to do that. I suppose I could send it with Lilies. That seems pretty terrible. I'll Counter Catcher up the Charcadet, obviously. If they just passed, they'd actually be in a better position, funnily enough, but they didn't. So, I'll take advantage of what I can. Munkidori, as I said, onto that Solrock. I don't hate. We have to do more from Lively Stadium, which is a little annoying, but not that annoying, let's be honest. And then I could accelerate another one to like Absol. Feels pretty mediocre there, I'm not going to lie. So I'll just go ahead. I'll retreat into the Absol, and I could Air Balloon the Toxtricity. I don't really think there's any issue in doing that, mostly just like thinning there. Speaking of thinning, I will play that Buddy-Buddy Poffin, and yeah, I'll go ahead and just swing here with Claw of Darkness, the safe attack, not the big splashy terminal period attack, but still pretty fun. We see, honestly, a pretty weird hand by them. I could even get rid of Palpad, that's interesting. They could hit us with Judge, that's like pretty mediocre. Also, Ultra Ball will give him access to the Charcadet there. I could get rid of it, forcing him to use a draw supporter. I don't hate that. They're probably just going to Palpad like Carmen, or like Palpad Research or something like that. Do a Briar and discard. They could get that back. I don't think that'll be super useful for them, though. I'll just get rid of their Ultra Ball. Getting rid of any of their other cards feels pretty mediocre because they're all pretty redundant with each other. Claw Darkness there, like, seems mediocre in terms of getting rid of a card from their hand. I've said this before. There are times when it's really good, But most of the time, it's either going to be not super meaningful because their hand's really good, or not super meaningful because their hand's really bad. Maybe half the time it'll be in one of those situations. Half the time it will be definitely meaningful. There are occasional times where it's just going to be like super game winning, but a lot of times it's going to be somewhere in the middle. This was definitely one of those weaker times. I mean, you can look at their hand; it's really big. The likelihood that it was going to like cripple them was almost none. We do know they drew Fighting Gong. The other hand was, what was it? Fighting. What did they grab? Did they grab? I was looking down. Yeah, no, okay, they didn't grab anything. It was fighting, fire, jet, Palpad, judge, boss, research Carmen or something. Okay, well now I don't know what's in their hand. I mean, I know they have two cards that aren't those, I guess, because they played the Charcadet. Okay, yeah, now I have like no idea what's in their hand, but is it actually useful to keep track of their hands? I mean, moderately. What, they have like 4 cards that aren't the ones that I said. I mean, those cards that I said are like super important as well, so it's just not super meaningful there. Also, yeah, if they knock on Mega Absol, obviously I lose. Currently, they are a little bit short. Like, I guess not really. They're just gonna retreat. They're gonna boss up probably Toxtricity, right? Oh no, they're bossing Budew. Are they knock it out? I would not knock out the Budew. I mean, did you see what happened last time you knocked out the single prizer? Because they don't need it to win, because they're just gonna knock out Mega Absol. I mean, theoretically, if I play Fez or Pecharunt, which I believe are still both prized, then it could matter. We're also going to see an Earthen Vessel by them. I'd really love if I had a mill attack here. That'd be really funny, but obviously I don't. Also, yeah, they have 90. If we actually had a Stadium Bump plus double Munkidori, we theoretically could win on our turn. We don't, I'm pretty sure we don't have a Stadium Bump there. I need a Stadium Bump yet again. And then, which I think it was already play the Lively Stadium, but now it's causing theoretically some issues. I need like a crazy set of cards. I need Countercatch actually, which I don't have. So I need Munkidori. I need an impossible top deck that doesn't exist. So yeah, I could send a Toxtricity. Oh no, I should definitely send up Toxtricity. What am I saying? Then I could double Toxtricity to Toxtricity. We see Munkidori. That seems like kind of cool here. I think I'm actually going to take the knockout with Toxtricity. Did they? Yeah, they played their boss, so they might not have boss. That is possible. Or Briar. That seems really unlikely. That seems like almost impossible for them not to have, because they still have their Palpad, right? I didn't get rid of that. I should have probably gotten rid of the Palpad now that I think about it, but anyways, I'll Super Rod back those 3 energies, and I could also Budew. Budew seems bad. I'm trying to think. I do 20 with Budew active. Could the Budew play work? I'm trying to think, because I can, double Munkidori there, probably. Then I could also, well, I can't do that much. I could do 40 with Munkidoris, which gets us closer. We could do 60 there. That's decent. Then we just need him not to have boss, which seems unlikely. That's actually the same. I don't know. I'll go for it. They can't use Palpad there. I don't know. I'm not really sure, honestly. We'll go ahead. All Lilies. We draw into the stuff we're kind of looking for there. I guess all Sinister Surge. Didn't actually know that was the name of the ability there. To Toxtricity to itself there. Then I'll play the Budew, and yeah, I'll just like not take the knockout. I don't hate it. We don't activate their Fezandipiti EX. They can't play their items, so that's gonna be good. I think we just have some like decent stuff going on here. I'll play the Budew. I'll attack with the Budew, and hopefully we get Gust next turn. Yeah. Oh, should I have not split up those damage counts? Should I have put them on Absol? Maybe I should have put the energy on Absol there. Honestly, not sure. Might have messed that one up, but whatever. It's fine. So I'll put it on the Soul Rock, obviously, off of the Toxtricity. My Pokemon are moving around. I'll send up the Budew, and I'll do 10 off of the Toxtricity. It doesn't actually help on the Absol. Right? Yeah, I think that's right. So, anyways, whatever. We don't have to knock out. You kind of know what's happening here. Maybe they'll I don't know. We don't have a Stadium Bump. That's like not good. If we had a Stadium Bump, I definitely like our chances way more. I think it would be very possible that we could win if we had the stadium bump there. But we don't, because if we, bump the stadium, we'd win. Well, no, we wouldn't. We'd knock out their Pokemon. They can still have game. It's very sort of reasonable that they have a boss and an energy, a fire, and a Ceruledge. I'm playing so slow. I'm really sorry. Okay, I've had like complicated stuff going on, kind of. But yeah, anyways, they probably have a game though. They have one card left in deck. They just kind of went for it. I assume they have it. If not, they're probably gonna lose. We see the Ceruledge, unsurprisingly there. Then we'd see the boss and we'd see the fire. Maybe they don't have it. They're playing another Ceruledge. If they had it, I feel like they just do it. They have enough damage as well. They're actually 13. It's 260. They're actually 10 short. Well, they're not 10 short. They do retreat. So yeah. I think they played their cards. If not, I had Xerosic Machinations here, I think. Mega Absol. That actually wouldn't work with it. Oh, this play doesn't work. Does it even work? I don't think it works. Oh no. Because we can't get the knockout with Mega Absol. We'd actually need boss. Yeah, no, it'd work if we have boss. You don't have boss, right? We obviously don't have boss in hand. We could boss their Squawk. Uh-oh. My the thing's spinning on my mouse. I think it's fine. So we could boss Squawk. Then we could Munkidori the Solrock, and then we'd win. Because we attack for knockout there. That gonna work? Probably not. It's probably not gonna work. Okay, they're just gonna Abyssal Flames for 620 damage on my active. That's quite a bit there. That's fine by me. Obviously, if we had mill, I'm pretty sure we don't have like mill 1 or anything like that, right? What's this? What's the Toxel do? I don't think that's what it does. Nope, it sure doesn't. But we got another Budew. Trapping isn't gonna work. We don't have Gust, which is bad. Xerosic Machinations doesn't do anything here. They have the knockout, so we just wait. How much? They're doing 310 actually. Oh, but they're just going to discard energies, right, with the 0-6 Machinations, like, guaranteed. So, yeah, that's not going to get us there. I'm pretty sure Arven's not doing anything, but I'll play just to check. We got Ultra Ball. Wow, okay. I didn't realize how low we are on cards in deck either, because we haven't done that much this game. But, yeah, I guess I'm going to go, and, maybe they don't have it if we, like, heal and stuff. I don't know. It seems pretty bad. But anyways, I'm gonna go heal off and to their active. I guess I'll just like send it kind of all there. I'll Sinister Surge to the Toxtricity, put a little bit more there. I could even put it on the Solrock, honestly. Yeah, I'll put another energy on the same Toxtricity, I guess. And yeah, pop it on I could pop it on the Solrock for knockout. Wait, did I do this wrong? Could I have won? I just realized I think I could have won. Oh no, I've sequenced. No, how did I do this? Because now I can knock out the Toxtricity or the Solrock. I could get Fez here, and then I could have drawn boss with Fez. If I see Fez here, okay, it's not Fez. I'm not gonna play Pecharunt. I'll just Claw of Darkness here. Will work. No, probably not. Actually, could I have knocked out Ceruledge? Nah, I don't. No, I didn't have enough damage counters there. We'll get rid of. Wait, they can't research or Carmen. I just realized. So if I get rid of Palpad, we get there. We might be actually able to get there with this. No, I don't think. No, they can just Jet Energy. Well, maybe they'll not see the Jet Energy play. I'm pretty sure that's right. That's right to get rid of Palpad. Pretty sure they're 10 short. I could have miscalculated. Wait, no, I don't think they're 10 short. I think they're exactly there. Whoops. Yeah. Anyways, they just have knockout here. Yeah, we were close. Not quite there though. Mega Absol's damage still not amazing. The O2 situation obviously a lot better with Toxtricity, but yeah, they do just have it. We're able to get the Bravery Charm there. Did I attach it earlier, or might I didn't play super well in that game. Not gonna lie, the deck's super fun. Oh wow, this video is long. Yeah, I was doing a lot of yapping there. Not gonna lie, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. This deck's super fun. Also, definitely try it out. List is in the description. But I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'm excited to see you in the next video.